Hello everyone, my name is Arya Taddi, student of 6th semester, bearing the USN of ST22 EC001, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today I am here to present my project entitled by demonstration of the working of the network commands under the guidance of Dr. Sunil S. Madras sir. So here are the network commands which I am going to perform on and demonstrate. These are ARP, hostname, IP configuration, nbtstat, net diagram, net diagnostic tool, netstat, nslookup, ping, pathping, root, tracert, systeminfo, and netsh. Here we'll go one by one. ARP. ARP stands for Address Reservation Protocol. It is a command which is used to view and manage the ARP cache, which stores the mappings between IP addresses and MAC addresses on the local network. It also displays or modifies the ARP table on the local system. The second command is the host name. It just simply shows the computer's network name. Third is the IP configuration. IP configuration is the Internet Protocol configuration which displays the current TCP or IP network configuration values and can renew or release DHCP assigned IP addresses. It also reads IP settings including IP addresses, subnet masks, gateways, and DNS servers. Fourth command is the nbtstat. It is a net BIOS over TCP or IP statistics. It provides information about net BIOS over TCP or IP connections such as name resolution and session status. Net BIOS names are used by Windows systems in peer-to-peer or work-group networks for sharing files, printers, and discovering other computers. Fifth command is a net diagnostic tool. It is a command line utility available in older versions of Windows. It's a part of Microsoft support tools. It also runs tests like DNS resolution, DHCP, TCP or IP connectivity. Sixth command is a netstat, which is called as network statistics. It shows all network connections established or listening to the device. It displays active TCP or UDP connections port on which computer is listening, Ethernet statistics and routing tables, for example, if you take. It queries the TSP or IP stack and lists all connections and listening ports and showing their states, for example, whether it is established listening or what it is. This also helps monitor network activity and detects open or unauthorized connections. Seventh command is the nslookup. It contacts the DNS server and retrieves DNS records and verifies its server responses. It also queries DNS receivers to resolve domain names to IP addresses and vice versa. It sends a request to a specified or default DNS server and retrieves domain name records like address or MX, that is mail exchanger records. It also used to troubleshoot DNS related issues. The eighth command is ping. The ping command is used to test the reachability of a host, such as website or a server on IP network. Ping sends ICMP echo request packets to the target address and waits for the echo reply responses. Ninth command is the pathping. It just combines ping and tracert command, providing hop by hop packet loss statistics. It helps identify where packet loss occurs along the route. Next is the root command. The root command is used in Windows and other operating systems to view and manipulate the IP routing table of a computer. It's powerful network that lets you control how network traffic is directed based on destination IP addresses. The 11th command is tracert. It just shows the path packets take to reach a remote host and identify where network delays or failures occur. Also, it sends ICMP echo request with increasing time to live, that is detail values. Each router along the path decreases the detail by 1 and returns an ICMP time exceeded message when detail reaches 0, allowing the path to be mapped hop by hop. The next command is systeminfo. It just displays detailed system configuration and information. The system information command provides a detailed overview of the system configuration. It pulls data from the Windows Management Instrumentation Service. The last command is a netsh. It is a powerful command line scripting tool to manage and configure networking. It also supports exporting and importing network settings. Now let us see how the commands work or run and demonstrate in the command prompt window. Here the first command is ARP. Here we type ARP. Here ARP is a command which is used to view and manage the ARP cache, which stores mappings between IP addresses and MAC addresses on the local network. Here, when a system needs to communicate with another device on a local network, it just uses ARP to resolve the device IP address to MAC address. Then the resolved information is stored in the ARP cache to avoid repeated lookups. This is the information about ARP command. Now we will clear this. The next command is hostname. Hostname is nothing but it just displays the name of the current host system as identified on the network. The third command is IP configuration. Here, the IP configuration is the Internet Protocol configuration. It just displays the current TCP or IP network configuration values and can redeem or release DHCP assigned IP addresses. Here it is established the IP configuration of wireless LAN adapter, local area connection 1, 2 and Ethernet adapter, VMware network adapter. It queries the system network interfaces and shows information like IP address, subnet mask, default gateway and DNS server. It interacts with DHCP or IP stack to manage IP settings. Now the fourth command is netstat. Here the netstat displays the active TCP or UDP connections port on which computer is listening, Ethernet statistics or routing tables. Here these are the local addresses, these are the foreign addresses. It checks in which state it is, whether it is established, it is waiting or it is listening, and this helps monitor network activity and detect open unauthorized connections. The next command is ping. Ping command checks the reachability of a host on an IP network and measures round trip time for messages sent from the origin to the destination. For example, how it works, like it sends ICMP echo request packets to the target host and wait for ICMP echo reply. The time taken and packet loss is reported, helping determine the status of a network connectivity. This is the command. Now we'll clear. The next command is pathping. Pathping just combines the features of ping and tracer to detect packet loss and latency over a network path. It traces the route to a destination and sends packet to each hop. It then computes statistics for each node along the path, revealing packets loss at any intermediate route or host. Now we'll clear this. The next command is route. Route is used to view and manipulate the IP routing table. It interacts with the kernel routing table to add, delete or display network routes. It also helps manage how packets are directed to different networks based on destination IP. These are the examples shown. There is a add, there is a change, there is a delete. This is about the root command. Now we will clear this. The next command is tracert. Here, tracert is nothing but trace route. It traces the path that a packet takes from the source to the destination. How it works, like it just sends ICMP echo request with the increasing time to live, that is TTL values. Each router along with the path decreases the detail by 1 and returns in ICMP time exceeded message when detail reaches 0, allowing the path to be mapped hop by hop. This is about the command. Now we'll clear this. The next command is systeminfo. It loads the information. of the system, of the current system. For example, it shows the information about host name, OS name, version, the configuration it uses, the version, on which directory it works, the network cards, and which based security and the requirement it is using. It just displayed the detailed configuration information about a computer and its operating systems. It also gathers system data like OS version, the hardware configuration like I said, or installed memory, network adapters, and many more. The next command is netsh. It is a powerful scripting utility to configure and monitor Windows network settings. It provides an interactive command line interface to manage network components such as IP addresses, firewall settings, network interfaces. It can be used both locally and remotely and supports scripts for automation. Thank you.